Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am so incredibly excited to guide you through a truly fascinating topic today. We're going to take a close look at a country that stands out as a shining example of something we all desperately want: safety and peace. We are, of course, talking about the state of Qatar. So what actually makes a country truly safe? When we tune into global news, especially stories about the Middle East, we're usually hearing about regional problems. But Qatar completely flips the script on that expectation. According to our sources, this nation has built an absolutely amazing reputation as one of the safest places on Earth to live, work, and travel. How exactly do they pull that off? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. A surprisingly safe nation. 2. The pillars of security. 3. Peace through diplomacy. 4. A culture of tolerance. And 5. Why this matters today. Section 1. A surprisingly safe nation, a true model for peaceful coexistence. Qatar is a small but incredibly prosperous country right on the Arabian Peninsula. And while the broader region is, well, sometimes known for conflict, Qatar has carved out a very unique position for itself. They've achieved remarkable political stability alongside a very low crime rate. They really stand as a quiet model for peace right in the middle of a complex neighborhood. To really wrap your head around this, just picture daily life over there. You can literally walk the streets of the capital, Doha, at any hour of the day or night and feel this overwhelming sense of security. Violent crime is exceptionally rare, and honestly, even petty theft is pretty uncommon. Families feel perfectly comfortable letting their kids play outside, and tourists can just explore without constantly looking over their shoulders. In today's world, that level of everyday comfort is incredibly special. Moving on to Section 2, the pillars of security, or exactly how this safety is built. Now, this kind of unbelievable safety, it doesn't just happen by accident. It is the direct result of some very deliberate government investments. First, they invest heavily in modern surveillance systems to keep public spaces secure. Then, they really prioritize community policing, making sure officers are a helpful, visible presence rather than an intimidating one. They also run widespread public awareness programs. And finally, strict laws are enforced through a justice system that is incredibly fast. When justice is quick and fair, it basically stops crime before it even starts. And you know what the beautiful result of those strict yet fair rules is? Total harmony. Qatar actually has a massive expatriate population, people who have moved there from all over the world for work. These strong security measures protect absolutely everyone equally, allowing citizens and expats to live comfortably side by side without any friction. All right, Section 3. Peace through diplomacy. Stability on the world stage. Qatar's peace extends way beyond just its physical streets. It goes right into its foreign policy. Step 1. Qatar actively avoids the internal conflicts that have unfortunately troubled neighboring nations. Step 2. Its leaders purposefully act as mediators, like global peacemakers, in disputes between other countries. And Step 3. They maintain a strict commitment to dialogue. They consistently choose words and negotiations over weapons. So, the crucial point here is that this strategy works beautifully. By prioritizing mediation, Qatar has earned a massive amount of respect on the global stage. But more importantly, this external diplomacy directly feeds into internal stability. By calming the waters around them, they help maintain that perfectly calm, secure environment back at home. It's a win-win. Which brings us to Section 4, a culture of tolerance and embracing diversity. Like we touched on earlier, Doha is this huge hub for people from all corners of the globe. And when people come together like that, they bring an amazing mix of different languages, traditions, and belief systems. This incredible cultural diversity actually contributes directly to Qatar's peaceful atmosphere. Instead of causing division, all these different backgrounds combine to create one very welcoming, unified society. Actually, one of our sources states this perfectly. They wrote, "Differences are appreciated rather than feared." I just love that. I think that powerful statement captures the absolute emotional core of Qatar's success. Mutual respect and tolerance aren't just corporate buzzwords there. They're practiced every single day. When you appreciate someone else's differences instead of fearing them, peace naturally follows. And this brilliantly illustrates our next point, the year 2022. Now, I'm guessing a lot of you immediately know exactly what that refers to. That's right, the 2022 FIFA World Cup. This was quite literally the ultimate global test for Qatar. Think about it for a second. A small nation suddenly welcoming millions of highly energetic international visitors all at the exact same time. And the result? Zero major incidents. None. Hosting this massive event proved to the entire world just how organized, hospitable, and completely secure the country truly is, even under immense pressure. Finally, Section 5. Why this matters today. Think of it as a global blueprint. Let's take a second to summarize our key takeaways here. Qatar's reputation is entirely well-deserved, and it basically rests on 4 super deliberate choices. 1. Strong, focused governance. 2. Effective, fair law enforcement. 3. Wise, peace-focused diplomacy on the world stage. And 4. A genuine culture of tolerance. When you combine those 4 elements, you create a society where people genuinely live their lives without fear. And that brings us to this one essential truth. Peace requires genuine care and commitment. It is not an accident. Look, we live in a world facing deep uncertainty right now. And honestly, the news can be a bit overwhelming sometimes, but Qatar stands as a highly reassuring example. It shows us exactly what peace and safety can look like when a nation decides to nurture those qualities with care and absolute commitment. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought today. Could your own country learn from Qatar's blueprint for peace? Take a look around at your own community's governance, diplomacy, and tolerance. There is always room to grow, and sometimes the very best way forward is to study those who are already getting it right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Stay safe, stay curious, and keep asking questions. See you next time.